Hello, I'm Paul, and this is Paul Plays with Fire. Welcome. Come on in, grab a chair. Today on the show, we're going to be making a TikTok viral sensation, smash burger tacos, and we're going to be making it right here on the Blackstone Griddle. It's my show, so we're going to be making the tacos my way. No iceberg lettuce and cheddar cheese on these tacos. We'll be serving them with cilantro-lime aioli, grilled onions, pickled onions, and a fresh pico de gallo. This is going to be so good, I can't wait. Stick around. Well, we got our griddle all heated up. Let's go ahead and get this party started. We're going to start with just a little bit of finely shaved onions, like we would for an Oklahoma onion burger. We're using the mandolin on about as thin as you can get them. And we got a little oil over here on the side, because the little grilled onions are good on a taco. We'll let those cook for a little bit and we'll talk about the other ingredients. First of all, we have our ground beef. This one is 3.5 ounces of ground chuck, 80-20 ground chuck. This one is 2.5 ounces of 80-20 ground chuck and an ounce of chorizo, one of my favorite sausages. It doesn't always agree with me, but I do love it. So that's what we're going to put on when it comes time to smash the burgers. And then we've got some tortillas to go on top of that. Just regular old, about 8-inch tortillas. And we'll smash those into the top of that, you'll see in a minute. When the tortillas are cooking, we're going to take Pecorino Romano, my new favorite cheese. I have an obsession with Pecorino Romano. Don't tell the other cheeses. Don't tell Parmigiano Reggiano. But anyway, we're going to take a little Pecorino Romano, grate it on top of the tortilla so that when we flip it, it makes a nice cheese crust on the tortilla. Oh, it's going to be so good. Listen to those onions. We get a little more oil on them. Then next, once the tacos come off the griddle, we're going to add a little Cilantro-Lime Aioli. It's just like it sounds. It's got a little cilantro in it, about a 1/4 cup of chopped cilantro, a juice of about 1 lime squeezed into it, about 1/3 cup. I'll put the recipe down in the description. It's about 1/3 cup of mayonnaise, and just a little bit of cumin and a little bit of garlic to make it taste good. And it's just, I've had people at dinner parties just sit and eat it straight out of the bucket. It's so good. And then we've got pickled onions, and if we didn't have enough onions already, we've got some pickled onions that I just whipped up. Those are perfect, those look great. Always keep pickled onions in their fridge. It's so easy to make and so easy to use on everything. And a little pico de gallo, little fresh pico de gallo. It's just onions and peppers and tomatoes and cilantro and lime and salt. And I just whipped that up too. And I'll tell you what, I've got another video I made a while ago that talks about the pico de gallo and the pickled onions and how to make them, as well as how to make a few other things. And I'll put that up here or up here, I don't remember. I'll also put a link down in the description, so you can always look there too. I think this is gonna run straight through, so we're just gonna get this going. The onions are looking good. This goes really fast. Oh, by the way, tacos were on my mind. We just got back from Mexico. We were in Cozumel, Mexico for a week, and we had a great time down there. We were down there for Carnival, the big pre-Lenten festival. Oh, so much fun. Parades and food and music and dancing and oh goodness. Don't be surprised if you see a couple of extra videos that maybe are outside of my normal character videos. Don't unsubscribe or anything. It won't last very long because I can't afford to go there every day. But it's fun to do it while we're down there, and it's so colorful, and so I love the people down there. I love everything about it down there. So here we go. We're gonna take our burgers. I think it's time. Onions are getting there. It's time to take our burgers, and we'll just put them down there on our griddle. Find a nice hot spot for them. Our griddle is about 496 degrees, 501, so 500 degrees, ripping hot. And we're gonna go ahead and smash these down. Now, in the TikTok video, they take the tortillas, they put them on top of it and smash them down that way. In my experience, I can't get them as smashed as I want to, so I've been smashing them first and then stick them in the grease afterwards. Also, another trick of mine, or keep your spatula hot on the griddle, and it smashes better that way, and it doesn't stick. The chorizo helps too. That's smashed enough for me. Now we'll take a little bit of my custom seasoning. You know I've gone too far when I start making my own custom seasoning blends. It's cumin, equal amounts of cumin, ancho pepper, and smoked paprika, and lesser amounts of salt, pepper, little garlic powder. I'll put a link down in the comments, or a link down in the description again too. And we're just gonna sprinkle a little bit of that on top of each of the two burgers. Maybe more on the one that's just plain burger because the chorizo already has plenty of seasoning on it. And then we're going to take our tortillas right on top of those burgers. I know that seems wrong, but it's so right. And don't worry about things getting cooked. They will get cooked. And the juices start coming out of those burgers. And it doesn't take very long either. Like I said, we're just going to let this run through. I think I can about turn those off. Now these will be done when you can see the brown really starting to form around the edge of the tortillas. Doesn't hurt to peek a little bit too. But we want them to be good and crispy. Oh, and this is when we're supposed to take our pecorino romano and grate it on the top of each tortilla so it will melt as they cook. And then it'll stick when we flip them over. And then it'll become the bottom side and will turn into a pecorino romano crust that you will write home about. We'll do a little more later, but that's enough for now. And then we'll just keep scraping all the extra cheese to the middle because it will stick to the tortilla eventually. Also, when you're placing the burgers on the griddle, you got to make sure you leave enough room, not just for the burger, but for the tortilla too, because it takes up some space. I think we're going ahead and flip those. There we go, look at that. Woo! Ha! Oh, that chorizo one's a little drippy. Okay, now we're going to put a little more cheese on there. This part doesn't take very long because these are mostly pretty done anyway. We're also going to go ahead and score these across the middle. Not enough to get the tortilla because it makes it fold up easier in the taco shell. I mean, when I go to, oh yeah, I got this too. It's a taco organizer because everybody should have one of those. By the way, this is my first piece of Blackstone equipment. I bought this several years ago because I was doing tacos for a party and I wanted a way to serve them up. And I didn't know what Blackstone was at the time. Look, here I am. Well, I think we are just about done here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a chance and set that right down there because I don't think that's going anyplace. Turn everything on because we're done there. Those onions are done, they look good. Put those onions on top. I think we got 3 kinds of onions on this one. And a little bit of sticking is good. That's what makes a taco. Down right there. Right there, and just like that. Okay, now we're going to take our little bit of our aioli, our cilantro-lime aioli, and just drizzle that onto there. Like I said, that stuff's good, so feel free to use plenty of it. And then our pickled onions. And then finally our pico de gallo. Boy, doesn't that look good? It's got it all going on there. I gotta take some pictures. Oh, we're still going. What do I know? Well, here we go. It's time to dig in. These look really good. That is so good. This is the ground beef, by the way, the roast chuck. So juicy and delicious and just exploding with flavor. So many different flavors. Oh, so good. Let me try the chorizo one. I can tell this one is chorizo because every time I squeeze it, it oozes. Oh, wow, that's my favorite for sure, but it's probably not very good for me. One more bite. So good. Well, we made smash burger tacos today, and boy, were they good. They're all of my favorite things in a taco, as well as using the Blackstone to smash them up, and just so good and so quick to go together. I mean, this took almost no time. If I wouldn't have been talking to you guys, I'd have been done eating a long time ago. So, well, thanks for watching. See you next time. This has been Paul Plays with Fire. Bye.